most roads are unknown. These are the paranormal roads.
Okay, everybody, this is Jack. You're listening to Paranormal Roads.
Yep, this is Mike.
And we have special guest Dave's here with us, and we're going to start the car. We're going to drive down River Road. I'm going to hold that.
Yep. So how long you been living here on River Road, Dave?
33 years.
33 years. So where are you going to take us? What are we going to see?
We're going to go down the road down here. Back in like 2004, I was driving the way we're heading right now, and something jumped out, and well, it caught my vision. It was like standing alongside the road, and it wasn't a deer because it was like, this thing had to be like 7 foot tall. I mean, it freaked me out. It jumped over top of my car, never touched it, and it was a car coming in the opposite direction. It's like jumped on my car, bounced, and then went over to the next car, and then ran up through the woods.
Wow.
And I can't describe what it is. I mean,
did you see any facial features or just kind of
it looked like a big hairy bear, like a bear.
2 legs.
2 legs. Yes, it looked like a human, but there ain't no human. It's 7 foot tall that can jump over a freaking car.
Now,
or 2 cars to be exact,
River
and run up to the woods.
Yeah, River Road's a very dark road in the woods. So
all wooded area. This whole entire area, I'm gonna say probably 50 square miles of this is probably all wooded.
Right.
And the place I'm gonna show you where it is, when this took place, there was there's no houses around or anything. That's where it happened.
Right, well, there, I gotta put my seatbelt on here real quick. Oh, no, never mind. That went away. Yeah, well, I was looking on Google Maps, Google Earth, and I noticed there's a lot of caves.
Oh, yeah, there's caves. We just passed them. They're back that way. We just went past the caves. They're down over the hills. Okay, Jack, it's up here. It's about where it happened. We can pull over here, park here, and we can walk down the road.
okay.
I can give you pretty much
side of the road right now.
I can give you an idea about where it happened. It was right on this stretch right here.
All right, we're gonna get out of the car right now, and we're gonna bear with us here. River Road goes along the Beaver River, and about 100 yards towards the river, there's a big drop-off that goes to the river, and there's some train tracks. And there's a lot of caves down there, so we're thinking maybe that's where Bigfoot likes to hang out. Maybe he lives down there. I don't know. That's what we're here to discover. That's what we're here to find out. So we're just walking down River Road here. Okay, was this the spot?
No, you have to go down further.
A little down further.
So we're walking down. We're gonna pull over. I just want to pull because this is the only pull off we can really pull off on. So we're gonna have to walk down, cross it, probably about 100 yards or so.
Right.
And then we'll come up to a spot, and I'll show you about where he came out off of this side of the road. I was going down this side of the road.
Right.
And like he was right coming out of the woods and just like leaped over my car. Never touched my car, and then there was another car coming the opposite direction, which he had to see it also. I mean, I'm not the only one that saw this. There's another person out there that saw this also. Probably was amazed by what it was. And it went up through the woods. As you can see, this way going up the woods is all hillside going up.
Right.
So this is hillside here, coming down on the road, and drops down over to another hillside, which would take you down to the railroad tracks and into the river.
Right.
But yeah, it'll be like right down. I'll take you right down to the spot. I mean, I've walked this road at night, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I've done it. Probably, it depends. I mean, I've done it times when I wasn't drinking. When you're drinking, of course, you're not scared. You got beer muscles.
Right.
But I've walked it when I'm not drinking. And I'll tell you what, this is one spooky road to walk by yourself with no light, no nothing. You'd be amazed how scary it is to walk through here.
Right, especially when you've seen the things that you've seen.
Exactly.
And you know what might be right over the hill here.
You never know. like I said, your imagination does a lot too when you're walking by yourself at night and you're hearing footsteps come up behind you and what have you.
It's very desolate. There's no houses around here.
Right here. This is what is probably one of the most scariest parts of the road.
This is a very easy spot. If there was going to be Bigfoots in Pennsylvania, this is where you may find them. We're actually got the lights down the hillside. I'm looking down. You can see there's no humans in for miles.
Quite a drop.
Well, you live like a mile and a half up there. Now we got like a stretch where there's no houses for a few miles. Now, Dave, I want to talk about you've seen UFOs out here too.
Oh, yes, I have.
So not only have you seen Bigfoot, you have seen UFOs, and we have a theory that Bigfoot and UFOs may actually be working together.
Oh, they could be. Maybe that's why nobody can actually catch Bigfoot. You know? I mean, very few videos have been of Bigfoot. They got on video, but there's never been a Bigfoot caught in captive. You know what I mean?
So you think the UFOs are dropping them up and picking them up?
Well, who knows? They could be. You know? That's a very good assumption. That could be possibly true.
And we may actually see a Bigfoot tonight.
That'd be cool.
Well, I hope we don't. Because you know what? I'm older, I can't run that fast. Okay, it was right in here. It's where he came out. Up in this area right here. Now I'm driving this way. Down this road. And he came out like right in this area right here. And leaped. I'm coming down the road now. I'm probably traveling, I'm going to say about 45 miles an hour maybe. And coming down this road right here. And he leaped over top of my car. I mean, and probably as soon as he hit, there was another car coming this way. So it like leaped and then right up into the woods, which you can see is a hillside. Which... any human, you're not going to do that.
Oh, I can't. We'd be running out of breath pulling up that hill.
Exactly.
You'd be hard pressed to run up there.
You would.
That is insanely steep.
And I'm saying, a lot of people, I haven't told too many people about it, but the people I've told about it, they're like, you probably saw a deer. I'm like, well, I have not seen a deer that's 7 foot tall on 2 legs. Deer on 4 legs, and they're elongated when they jump over vehicles, and most of the time they do hit a vehicle. And this was, like I said, probably 7 foot tall, 2 legs, just leaped over the vehicle, hit the road, leaped over the other vehicle, right in front of the other vehicle, and ran up the hillside.
Crazy.
Oh, tell me about it. It like really shook me up. I was like, I couldn't believe what I just saw. I mean, but how can you tell people? They'll think you're crazy. I'll lock you up.
Well, Paranormal Roads, we think this is all legit here at Paranormal Roads. And but this road, it's not just Bigfoot. We got UFO sightings, we got lights, we've got people doing witchcraft out here in these woods. There's rumors of sacrifices in these woods.
Didn't you just say earlier somebody found a foot, or a dog brought home a foot or something?
Yeah, that was a few years back. My neighbor, the dog brought up a foot, and she called the police, and the police came out and they investigated it. And I mean, to us it looked like a human foot, just like the bones of a human foot.
Yeah.
And the police looked at the foot. They said, "Oh, it was an animal. It wasn't a human foot."
Huh.
And that was the last we ever heard of that.
It looked like human foot though.
Yeah, absolutely looked like human foot.
I seen it. I was here that day. I seen it too.
So looked human, huh?
Looked human to me.
But that's the exact spot I just showed you guys. That's where it happened.
You may do a Bigfoot call here.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Now, how's that call go again?
The whoop.
Here, we'll stop real quick. Let's see if we. In Bigfooting, when they go hunting, Dave, they make whoops, and then you just see if you get an echo back.
Like whoop.
Yeah, just
whoop.
Like that.
Like that?
Yeah. Whoop. Whoop. Like that. Hey, you can do it, Dave. You can do a pretty good whoop.
Whoop! Whoop!
Now, Bigfoots are known to either whoop back or hear knocking on trees, I hear. Is that right?
Yeah, I think they have better luck with wood knockings, but I've heard whoops before, especially on
I heard a noise actually down that direction.
Also, I heard
Down that way. I heard something.
If they do encounter you, I heard also they're prone to throwing like stones, rocks.
Throwing. Yeah.
Stones, rocks at you.
Let's see if we hear anything thrown at us.
Whoop! Whoop!
Well, Bigfoots run pretty fast, so if they hear us whooping, they could be here in no time flat.
Oh yeah, they'll be here. They could be like a mile away. They could be within a radius of us.
Oh, they could run very fast.
And if there are Bigfoots here, they probably got some like permanent places, or like a few permanent places they like migrate.
Well,
I mean, plus if they could, they have to have superhuman strength. I mean, to be able to jump over a vehicle, from a standstill, jump over a vehicle, and then run about a what would you say? That's probably 100 feet up.
oh yeah.
At least.
Easy,
On
100,
probably
150, yeah.
70 angle degree grade going up there. They'd have to
yeah.
have like superhuman strength to do that.
I would have to pretty much crawl on my belly to get to the top of that. Crazy.
I'm gonna do our whoop.
Whoop! Whoop!
I didn't realize we walked that far.
Wow. We had to pull up. I was only pull off so I could bring this down here. I wanted you to walk down and actually see exactly where I saw it at.
Sure.
And experience also walking on this road.
Yeah, River Road. It's.
This road is just in itself is a very spooky
I thought
road.
I seen something. Could have been a deer, but
You see some eyes up there?
and it might have been a ghost.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't
But
see
like-
any eye shine.
felt like we were being watched from right up there.
Oh, we have a super high-powered police flashlight. It could see pretty far into these woods.
There could have been a Bigfoot up there.
Yeah.
Just felt like we were being watched from up
Well,
there.
see, that's the thing. If you walk this road at night, like, see, you're walking this road like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning by yourself. The whole time you're walking this road, you feel like somebody is watching you or following you. I mean, you actually hear footsteps behind you. If you don't have a flashlight or nothing with you and you're just walking in the dark,
pitch dark.
oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
It'll make the toughest guy in the world be like a sissy boy. Because I'll tell you what, it's not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that right now.
So
And I've done it many times.
So we're out here looking for Bigfoots, but you told me on a few occasions you've seen UFOs out here.
Yes, I have. Actually, right on the same road we're walking on, I've had them follow me.
So we gotta turn this way.
The whole length of this road, they have followed me. Whole length of this road, I've had them follow me all the way down. More than, I'm gonna say probably at least 4 or 5 different times I've seen them. Which, like, just totally freaks you out. You know, you see something like that maybe once or twice, okay. But you see it like 4 or 5 times, there's gotta be some kind of connection going on there or something.
Is it the same type of object, same color?
Yeah, it's always like the same. Not super bright, but not a star. Too low down to the ground to be. And it may it's not an airplane or nothing because it's like it's following you.
You said it's like right above the tree line.
Well, a little bit higher than the tree lines.
Just a little higher.
It's higher than the tree lines, but it does follow you. I mean, back in the day, now this is years ago, when I took my 2 kids home one night, heading down this road, we actually saw something above the trees just hovering there, which freaked all of us out. But that was like,
So I've seen UFOs
years ago
in the woods, in a different set of woods.
right.
But they were like a few feet above the tree line. And I remember I was talking to you about it, and it looked just like what you described to me.
Right.
Like saucer shaped, metallic.
Right.
Middle panels and like lights, different colored lights.
Well, the one I did see looked something similar to that. But the other ones, I mean, they were too far in the distance. I really couldn't tell exactly what they were. I mean, you could see they had different lights on them. Or sometimes they were just like a solid object following you. Like a, not like a ball, but like a, like a pan-shaped ball. Just following you. I mean, no airplane can do that.
No.
You know what I mean?
And it's silent.
And, totally silent too.
So
No noise.
No noise. No
whooshing
nothing.
Or engines
no
or...
nothing. And this is what's so freaky. I mean, it's happening more than once, twice, three times. I mean, it's probably 5-6 times just on this road right here alone.
Yeah, and I want everyone to remember, there are no houses around here. There's no people out here besides us. So if you hear anything, and I got my voice recorder, so if we pick up ghosts out here in the woods, like we might be picking up voices that you can hear later on the feedback. But we're talking with Dave on River Road, where he has seen Bigfoot once out here.
Yes, once out here on River Road.
We'll be talking to him again near his residence. He's actually seen Bigfoot near his house. But we're actually in the middle of nowhere on River Road. Both sides surrounded by a forest. Not only has he seen Bigfoot, but he has seen UFOs that have tailed him while he drove through the woods. Now, after you got out of the woods, did they disappear? Or?
No, actually, they followed me like all the way up. I'd pull my drive my house, and you could see them. They're still up, you know. They're up in the distance, but they're right there.
Yeah, and you live right in the woods, so like
yeah,
right
I
off
live
the woods.
right off the woods. Yeah, right off the wooden area here. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I've been like being watched or targeted by something.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, Mike has been followed by aliens. You want to tell us about that, Mike? Like Dave's saying he's being like followed.
Right. I do believe they target people. Especially he's here. He's lived here a long time. You know, they could be watching him all the time, you know, coming, going. You know, they know he's not a threat. You know, there'd be no reason really. You know, they could just observe him from afar. It doesn't mean they're going to abduct him or stick, you know, probes in him or anything, but...
Who knows? Maybe you've been abducted a few times.
Maybe I have. Never known it.
Have you ever lost any time, like lapse of time?
No, I haven't. I've never...
Just drinking, maybe.
Yeah, it's just drinking. But no, I've never noticed nothing. Nothing like that. Like, I mean, I've heard stories in the past. People, you know, say about being a doctor. They've lost 3 hours here and they can't call for it. And 40 miles difference they've traveled. And
so nothing like that.
Nothing like that. No, I can't. I'm not going to lie about it. I mean, there's nothing like that that's ever happened. But I mean, it's just it's a feeling you have like somebody's watching you.
Yeah.
You know, but like I said, in my house now, there was a time when one of my girlfriends was there, and I wasn't in a room with her, but she was watching TV, and she heard this swishing noise, like, you know, swishing noise, and there's a bedroom goes past our bedroom door into another bedroom, and she swears to God she saw something go past the door. And she said it was about as tall as a light switch.
Wow.
And it like totally freaked her out so bad. It freaked her out so bad she ended up moving out.
Oh, wow.
So it was pretty freaky. Then she started believing me. And this is right around the time when I noticed all this activity of like seeing these UFOs in the sky. And I felt like I was being followed by somebody, you know.
So it's been a while since you've seen the UFOs?
Oh, yeah. It's probably been, I'm going to say since probably 2005.
Okay. Now I want to ask, when you seen the Bigfoot, did you see the Bigfoot about the same time as UFOs?
Actually, where I just took you down here on this road here to show you this was probably 2004.
Okay.
When this incident here happened. But I had another incident happen at my house, which we will go back to my house, and I'll show you what happened there. That was probably 2006.
Okay, so
happened.
This is a pretty close time range. So maybe we are correct that maybe the Bigfoots are working with the aliens.
Could be.
And this is a perfect spot to hide. So
Right.
So
Well, I don't know. The aliens might be working with the Bigfoot, but if not, I mean, that's kind of highly unlikely. But they might be watching the Bigfoots.
Yeah.
If there's Bigfoots in the area, the aliens might not be here to see Dave or his family. The aliens might be checking out the Bigfoots.
yeah, maybe since you've seen Bigfoot, they're watching you too to see how you report it, or so maybe the show come out. There's like he's talking about the Bigfoots. Maybe you see a UFO again.
Yeah.
I hope not.
You never know. You never know.
But, I mean, I'm not, I just don't want anybody to think I'm a kook. That's why I never report to anybody, because...
No, we're not going to use your last name. So.
Because people think you're nuts. You tell them, oh, I saw this big hairy thing, and it wasn't a deer. It looked like a freaking... From what I saw on TV, Bigfoots and that, it looked like that, you know what I mean? And then in my own home, like I said, we'll go back and I'll show you what... I didn't see it, but someone else in my home did see it. But I did hear the footsteps of it running off my deck.
Oh, wow.
Where also law enforcement was called and everything. And everybody was pretty shook up.
I just want to reassure you that thousands of people a year see Bigfoot.
Oh, I know.
How many are reported? Probably 10%,
like
maybe?
Less than that, actually.
Because people don't want to
don't want to be labeled.
Exactly. People don't want to be labeled.
Okay. Well, you want to head back and you can tell us the...
Yeah, we'll
Bigfoot
keep
around the house.
We'll keep the recorder running. You can tell us. I want to hear this ghost story you were talking about earlier when you're 16. We could.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll say it while we're driving. I don't want it to. I don't want you to tell us when we were back at your house because.
Well, yeah, I don't want that paranormal stuff to come after me, man. That was many years ago.
But we're gonna get in the car and you can tell us a story about, because this is a great story. I've heard the story twice. You told me this summer, and I just heard you say it again.
Right.
And
it's not a story. It's
real life.
It's the facts
and
of what happened, and it's.
You can hear, and I can hear
scary,
your voice. It bothers you.
Oh yeah,
So,
I don't want it to come back. Trust me.
We'll get in the car. You tell us that story, and then we'll get to your house, and we'll talk about the Bigfoot at the house.
Right, okay. Well, River Road, it hasn't disappointed yet. We're going to jump back in the car, head back to Dave's house.
Or the beep.
Right. We don't want to hear the beeping all day long. But,
Paranormal Roads, live investigation. We're in a car.
River Road.
Driving on River Road. We got headlamps on for equipment. No one can see this, but Dave and I are both wearing headlamps. Mike's got a high-powered flashlight.
Right. So the demonic entity that followed you home. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Well, it didn't. Well, yeah, it did. Now this is back now when I was like 16, going on 17 years old. I was working for this guy. He was very religious. My father was a minister. My mother was very religious. And I was over at my friend's house, and back in the day, we listened to Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, and all that. And
right.
It was very hot August night. Very, very hot August night. Probably, like in the high 80s. And I was leaving the house, and his sister said, "Dave, when are you going to give your life to the Lord?" And I said, "I don't know." And I got my car, and I'm driving home. And I ended up going up this back road where I lived on, called Ailey's Hill in Big Beaver. And I had this, I had Black Sabbath playing this and that, and I had this cold feeling, like just cold, come over the whole car. I got the windows all down and everything, it's cold. And I look in my mirror and I could see something in my back seat, like totally freaked me out. As soon as I pulled my car in the driveway, I slammed it in park, jumped out, left the car running, and ran into my house. And as soon as I got around my mother, and she was like, "What's going on? You're the white as a ghost." And I'm like, "Something in my car, something following me." My brother went out, shut my car off, this and that. And as soon as I got around my mother, I was fine. And the feeling didn't bother me for a couple days. And then me and my brother, we shared a room together. And one night I was in bed, and the curtains started going crazy, blowing all over the place. And I jumped out, ran in my mother's bedroom. And as soon as I got around my mother again, the warm feeling, I felt good. And then I was working for this guy, hanging drywall and sanding drywall and painting and this and that. And we're down in this old lady's house we were doing down in Elmsworth, down by Swickley, and I said she had one of these basements you go down outside and you open the double doors to go down in her basement. And every time my boss would go get supplies or something, he'd leave me there and I'd be seeing them walls and that. And as soon as he would leave, within like half an hour of that, I start feeling like, this coldness come around me and all these eyes watching me and this and that. To the point I couldn't even stay in the house. I'd have to go out, stand outside, wait for him to get back. And this went on for like another week or so, and I'm telling him about it, and he's telling me, hey, you gotta face up to this. It's something evil after you, demonic. You gotta cast out in the name of Jesus, and that's the only way you're gonna get rid of it. And then, sure enough, he sent me down to that basement by myself one day, and went down in there, and it was all pitch black. And I went to pull the strings, the old pull string lights, and turn it on, and there was something right there in front of me. I mean, it was right there. I was facing it, and I just bam. I shout out, in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I rebuke you, leave me alone, Satan, or whatever. And ever since then, it never bothered me. And that's been, let me see, I said I was 16 going on 17, and now I'm 54 years old. So, and that's why I don't want that feeling ever to come around me again, because it's a very evil, very bad feeling, whatever it was, bothering me at the time.
Well, that was some pretty good advice that guy gave you then.
It's excellent.
Yeah, I think whatever was there stayed in that house. I think you guys were doing work on the house. And a lot of times basements are haunted, and a lot of times basements, like maybe people didn't go in that basement a lot because that's maybe now after it's renovated. But spirits, especially bad ones, they'll go places where they know they'll be left alone.
Right.
So you guys probably just like wrestled, like woke him up or like bothered him, and then he was just screwing with you, and then you had the strength to pretty much tell him to leave you alone. Because a lot of people they don't like. It's a good thing you got good advice at the right time, because a lot of people they just don't handle it correctly and they're bothered for years. So since that ended right there, didn't bother you again, I think you were permanently gone. That thing's never going to bother you again. But that feeling, when you think about it, that you get the cold, you probably get like the cold. You get cold again, and your hair sticks up again,
exactly.
and that feeling.
Your neck sticks up, and you get the chills, and like something's like after you, watching you. Yeah, it's bad feeling.
I think you're safe from that thing.
I wouldn't wish it upon nobody but my ex-wives, but besides that.
But you're listening to Paranormal Roads. We were just on River Road. We are now back.
Well, we're still on River Road, pretty much. But we're not actually... Yeah, we're not... Yeah, we're on River Road, just not way out in the middle of nowhere on River Road. But so far we have Bigfoot stories, and we got UFOs and ghosts. We're gonna walk around his house, and he's going to tell us about Bigfoot near his home. So we can do that.
Watch out, there he is. Oh, I smell like French fries in here. Look, everybody's abducted. Go on.
So we're in Dave's house right now. We're walking into the back. There's a dog.
Get back, Bandit.
And he has dogs. So dogs, he'll tell you about like when the dogs start barking at stuff in the woods.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay. But he's told me the dogs will actually bark and there's nothing out there. So we're in the backyard.
Well, we're investigating here.
He's got a nice fenced-in yard, but one time this was not fenced in.
No. Okay, the time this happened, like I said, this was probably 2006.
So what'd you find? Anything?
Filming right. Probably 2006. My son's friend stayed overnight. This is the bathroom up here. He was in there brushing his teeth, approximately about 11 o'clock at night. And you can see from that window down, that's a good 7 foot maybe higher than that.
Oh, so it would have been standing right here.
Yeah, they've been standing right here.
Right.
there was nothing here. So they've been standing here, and even the cop went like this. I mean, that's very, very high. And he looked out the window, and there was something big and hairy looking back in at him.
So there was a face all the way up that high, looking at that window.
And he come running in my room and got me up. I mean, how not get me up? I was in there watching TV, and I'm like, what? And I come running out. I mean, the kid was just white as a ghost, freaking out. And I come out with a flashlight and a ball bat. And as I come out, I said, the deck was here. And you could, all I did by the time I got from there to there, I mean, he even said he heard, it was just, you know, something like that, heavy, running off the deck. Which the fence wouldn't have been here.
Right into
so
the
ran
woods.
into the woods.
So this fence might be protecting you from Bigfoots coming in again.
Well, I doubt that.
Yeah, they can probably jump that. But
Yeah, exactly.
they might not want to.
So anyway, what I did, I continued to call the police, and North Swiftleys, one of North Swiftleys cops came out, one couple police came out, and I told them they come back here, and they both of them walked over. They were like, "Holy hell, that's pretty high." And I'm like, and I told them about the noise running off the deck, and both cops pulled out their Glocks and their flashlights.
They were
and I'm
scared.
with a flashlight and a baseball bat, and the three of us pursued to patrol the whole area right here to see if we could find anything.
You know, the cops were scared there too.
Oh, they were scared to death. They were like,
They're taking this seriously.
they were taking it very serious.
Well,
'cause
my
they were,
guess, was probably not the only call they had concerning Bigfoot. I'm sure through the years,
Like they may have been
the
aware.
neighbors, yeah.
So, and maybe they wanted to catch Bigfoot. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe they were like interested in
I
it,
don't know. They seem pretty scared.
but they seemed scared.
yeah.
but as you see now, I have security lights all around the house. There's 3 on each corner of the house. There's 3 here. There's 3 on that side. There's 3 in the middle here. There's 2 in the front. Now, if you walk right here, which, let's see if the light will come on. See, it comes on. This light right here mainly comes on all the time. About between 3 and 5 in the morning, this light is on all the time, a lot.
And this is fenced in.
And this is fenced in.
So it has to be something higher than the fence.
Well, the light will come on, and then it's over on that side of the fence.
right.
That motion sensor will pick up on that side of the fence.
Gotcha.
So, whatever it is, it's
something
kicking
walking
this
there.
light on. Yeah, something walking over here, kicking this light on right here.
Yeah. So maybe the fence is keeping them out.
And you don't have any neighbors on that side of the fence.
There's no neighbors
It's
on
all
it.
woods.
It's all woods there. All woods there. I mean, you can pan around. You can see there's all woods all around the whole place.
Then we take a shot around his yard.
Yeah. Well, let's head down.
Okay, my sons, we have a light burn out up there.
That's because it comes off and on so much.
Yeah.
Them are brand new. I just put them up. LED lights too.
yeah.
All Ocean's guys would have been on here.
Yes,
the
it was
other morning
on.
when I put them on the bus, I'm like, squish. It was freaky.
Oh, okay. We'll get that story in a second.
Pair me
There. See that light there just kicked on?
Right.
That light there just kicked on. That
Oh.
one there kicks on. Also, you don't have to be on inside the fence. If you're on that side of the fence, or where that shed is over there, or along that,
There's no one over there right now. I wonder what kicked it on.
You see along that tree, that tree line,
Yeah.
and where that shed is, that kicks on a lot. This one kicks on more over here, but that one kicks on a lot there too. And this one here, you pretty much got to be inside the perimeter for it to kick on.
Now something happened. Something happened down by the fire pit.
Right. We were down here one night having a fire. I'll show you right where I was sitting. I was sitting right in this chair right here, and we were having a fire and this and that. And I had a few beers with me, and it was probably about 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe 3:30. I don't know, somewhere around there. And everybody went in, and I'm just sitting here by myself, and saw decent fire going yet, drinking a beer, and all of a sudden it's like I heard all this, ruffling around back here in the woods here, and I'm thinking, oh, I'm an average hunter. I used to be a hunter all the time, and I'm like, that don't sound like a deer. I know what a deer would sound like. I mean, they truss around a little bit, but it sounds.
Deer don't like to be noisy.
Well, no, it was like too heavy to be a deer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like branches and stuff, like come flying over the fence.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm sitting here and branches
Wow.
are flying over the fence and hitting the ground and this and that, and I was like, I got up. And I booked right into the house.
Hey, you never told me that.
And I was like, hey, stand out here. There's something out here.
So you're having actual branches being thrown over your fence.
Yeah.
So
Not like 10-foot branch. I'm
No, but-
talking just branches, about, this big
like
branches.
2-3 feet
But
long.
who would throw a freaking branch that big over a fence at you?
And this is like at 2 in the morning, 3 in the
Like
morning.
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
Didn't you,
You
say
know.
like rocks were being thrown at you one time? You and your friends were here and rocks were being thrown at you?
Rocks.
Yeah, he told me. Story. No offense or anything, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago that happened.
They have rocks thrown.
But this here just happened. I'm talking, this just happened last August. So,
Right.
that was only a little bit over a year ago this happened. Now, I've had no problems this whole summer. Nothing's happened. Nothing crazy. But that was last summer now. It was like, ooh, I don't know, man.
We just did those whoop calls. Maybe we'll get some more activity.
Well, send a
Maybe
couple
stir
whoops
the
over
pot.
the fence, Jack.
It just,
You mean to make a whoop?
Yeah, go ahead.
You care if I make a whoop right here?
Make a whoop.
All right.
Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
We'll see if we get any responses.
Here's another thing, too. We have a border collie. As you see, Bandit. Bandit! Come here, Bandit! We're a border collie. Come here, Bandit! Here he is. He goes crazy in the middle of the night. He goes nuts. And he always runs right down there. I'll show you where he runs to. If the hell leaves here, you'd see it. There's a path. If you got a path, you can run down right down here to this corner of the fence. Right here. It just goes berserk, goes nuts. Like something's right here.
Wow.
And goes crazy. I mean, he does this.
Like, he'll do it during the day too.
Yeah, but he does it more at night. Like, I mean, I hear him out at 3 in the morning. I'm like, and Kim's like, what's he doing out there? What's out there? It's driving him crazy. And I'm like, I don't know.
And this is stuff that's always happening very late in the night, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, we can't do that tonight, probably. I can ask them in our time. They can come out. We can walk our path down there.
Yeah.
It takes you close to the river. It
Yeah.
takes you down. They have a path. My neighbors have a path cut way down. Yeah, and there's caves down there. I can take you down.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, we'll have to do that another night.
Yeah.
Can't do it tonight,
Right.
but I'll tell you what, it's
River Road Caves. That could be the show. Yeah.
kind of spooky.
Sure.
No, it is. It is spooky, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
trust me.
I've-
Oh, we
I've
want
been down there.
spooky.
It's
Yeah.
spooky.
I've
Yes.
been down there.
Yeah, we definitely
Not
want
caves,
spooky.
but
Let them know that you're going.
Yeah, if I tell them what we're doing, this and that, they'd be like, yeah, go ahead. They wouldn't care. I mean, they'd probably be like, you know what? Sam be like, don't worry about it. That's deer and shit, bunch of bullshit. 'Cause
Well, there's one
he
other.
don't really.
So there's
If
one.
he did even believe it, he wouldn't tell you. Now his son's the one that said he saw.
Right.
Now we can
Oh,
interview
yeah.
him. Maybe
Right.
have him come out.
Well,
His
tell
son.
us.
Maybe tonight we can have you guys come back out and we can walk down that path.
Yeah.
I'll have his son here, and he could tell his experience. What he thought he saw. He swears to God he saw Mothman.
Mothman.
He
Mothman.
says he swears to God he saw
when he
Mothman.
was 4?
So
And
what?
he'll how old he was, but
Terry says about it too.
yeah, and his mother even says.
Right. So that was right across from your house, like the next 100 yards, not even. Is that where he saw it?
Probably about 150 yards over.
Right.
Yeah.
It was in the trees.
In the trees, yeah.
It was glowing red eyes,
That's what he said.
wings, and it
Wow.
flew across. Did it come
Right
toward him?
over top of him, he said.
It went right over top of
And
him.
what he said? Flew right over top of
Looking
him.
out the window and it came right.
It flew right over top.
Of his house.
Wow.
Right over top of his house.
Now, anytime people see the Mothman, that's usually not a good sign.
But that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
anybody die around that time?
Well, we don't know. Nobody did no investigation. We go back on that date. and see what kind of tragedy happened back then.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But yeah, there's some paranormal crazy shit going on out here.
Oh, you ain't kidding. UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, Mothman.
Well, I think we're gonna wrap the show up. We can keep talking, but yeah, we're at River Road. We've been having Bigfoot. We got aliens. We got Mothman. I wasn't even expecting Mothman. That's like, you don't hear that very often.
I've never heard anybody ever tell me a Mothman story. This is the first one I've ever heard.
So,
But
I
it's
mean,
not me now. That's my neighbor.
yeah, but
Right, well,
just shows you that River Road
The
has
area.
But the area, you know, it's so creepy because it's all in this area.
Yeah, this
Right.
area.
I mean, even Sammy, he's the one. He said he saw Mothman. Oh yeah, I didn't see Mothman, but he says he did. I mean, I'm not going to doubt him. I mean, like me doubting him saying if I say I saw Bigfoot, he goes, no, you didn't. You know, I believe him like he believes me. I mean, there's something going on here, but also he'll even tell you he's probably seen UFOs too.
Oh, great.
But yeah, this area is perfect for Bigfoots.
That's cats. Is it?
That's
Could be a
too.
Bigfoot eating a cat, ripping it apart.
That's kind of
sounds
crazy
like.
that it would come out. That's
Yeah,
coming
right
from the
after-
middle of the woods.
Right after your whoops.
Two cats. No, it's two cats fighting.
Two cats are fighting. But yeah, we're at River Road. Bigfoot. It could be here. We're right along the river. They have a lot of fish to eat, a lot of woods to hide in. Not many people live along this road.
Caves.
There's caves back here. I've seen them myself. The caves. You could sleep in them. So
Well, we will be back, and we will definitely do a show where we go down to the caves and explore, and maybe do
Kim,
some-
you have anything to add or?
No.
No, okay. But yeah, we've been recording for like 40 minutes. I think we got a lot of stuff.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We actually walked the River Road. It's really creepy at night, so don't recommend it for anyone listening. Just experience it. You can listen to the show and
Right.
but if you want, come down River Road. You can walk
You're
middle
going
of
to
the
have
night.
thousands of people walking down River Road.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Maybe we'll do a zombie walk. That'll freak some people out. We're all dressed up in
Hey,
zombie
is this
makeup.
excuse me. This is just on your show. This is gonna be on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Is this just like just talking, or is this gonna be like actual video?
Talking, and he has a few minutes of video he took.
Yeah.
So just like video segments, but just talking mainly.
Yeah, but this show is just a podcast show, no video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if you'll have us back, we can go explore those caves. Maybe one night come out and just hang out into the night and look for
We've
UFOs,
done it
or-
before. We've done. When we got the telescope up, remember?
Oh,
Down there,
perfect.
You said you thought you seen that.
Remember you had the telescope out?
Oh, the dog's sniffing down around the fence now.
Oh, he's.
That's something he does.
Yeah.
Looks like he's looking around.
Yeah, that's that.
But yeah, like I was saying, this is a perfect place for, if there was Bigfoots, this is the perfect spot where they could hide. They got water, fresh water nearby, woody area to hide, and
Trains.
yeah,
Railroad
trains.
tracks.
Watch out,
It's
Bigfoot,
just a
don't
creep.
get hit.
It's just a creepy road, but it's Jack. I'm signing out,
All right, this is Mike.
and
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thanks you guys coming out. This is Dave saying, hey, keep looking for Bigfoot, aliens, Mothman, Ghost, Paranormal Road, and Paranormal Activity Road. That's what it's called, right?
Paranormal Roads.
Paranormal Roads.
Yep.
That's the one to go, man.
All right,
That's
guys.
the one to go. These guys, they'll take you there to where it's happening.
That's right.
All right,
That's what we do.
All right, bye. Paranormal Roads. Something mysterious happened. A branch.
Chill big time.
A branch was moving by itself.
No freaking bird. You know how small the branch is.
I wanted to tell you like half hour
There it is
ago.
right there. See it? You can't tell me no bird was sitting on that.
That's just a twig,
Yeah.
and that was flapping up and down about 6 inches high. Oh, I just got a cold chill, like right on me.
So did I. So I walked down here like damn.
Like something's right here, like standing right here. If there's anything here, talk right to this microphone here.
That
You
shit
can
hit me hard.
give us a message.
Let's flap it now. Maybe there's just enough wind to get it flapping.
No, that thing was going like this. I mean, it was going like this. Man. It was really going up and down. Like a wave. That thing was waving.
Well, it's,
Move the tree, Jack. See what happens.
I'm actually shaking this tree here.
Just that one was moving all by itself.
Creepy.
I mean, you're one.
I just heard something walking out here.
I guess. They're going
Yeah,
like
it
this.
was
Like this, like a wave.
Yeah, it was the only one back.
I heard something. I heard footsteps in the woods over there.
Dude, even a Bigfoot ain't gonna make one little twig like that wave up and down.
No.
That's something different.
This might be supernatural. This might be like spiritual or
Might be the Indians.
maybe. Is there anybody out here?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh fucking run! If something comes up, you guys are on your own.
Yeah, I can't run as fast as I used to. That's kind of creepy.
That was freaking weird, dude.
Well, it wasn't blown like that. When we seen it, it was going up higher
It
and
was
lower.
going like this,
Yeah.
like this, like a wave. It was going.
Yeah.
By itself, none of this, like the whole tree's moving now.
Yeah, but the whole that wasn't.
Well, I just shook it pretty good.
But everything was still. It was just going by itself like this.
Like really high.
This is weird. We were just talking out there about shit, and it's going.
See
like
how
that.
it's waving now? That's like normal. But it was going about
The whole-
6 inches high.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah.
tree is normal. Or the whole tree is moving normally.
I don't know. I'm getting an axe cutting that fucker down tomorrow.
Alright, this Paranormal Road, something creepy just happened before we left, so
Oh, you got me freaked out.
hey, can you shine a light on there real quick?
Mike, why
I'm
couldn't
good
you
for
see
that.
that?